Hello YouTube. Today we're going to be making chicken and spaghetti, except we're going to use macaroni noodles instead of spaghetti. The reason I'm doing this are the macaroni noodles hold up better being frozen than the spaghetti noodles do, and I may be freezing part of this. I'm using a 8-quart non-stick pressure pot. You're going to need at least a 6-quart stock pot for this. If you don't have a pressure cooker, just a regular 6-quart stock pot will do. Add 3 quarts of water, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Add your 1 cup of chopped onions, and I'm using 4 chicken breast halves. You'll slice those halves from top to bottom and go ahead and place them in the water. If you're pressure cooking on 10 pounds, you'll pressure cook the chicken for 15 minutes. If you're just boiling it on top of the stove, you're going to boil it for probably 35 to 45 minutes. When you get closer to that 30-minute time period, you start checking it to see if the chicken will start flaking apart. After you get the chicken done, you're going to remove the chicken to a plate or a bowl to cool. And you're going to be adding 5 cups of macaroni noodles or 1 pound of spaghetti noodles. You're going to cook this for 10 to 11 minutes on top of the stove. Once this gets done, you're going to strain the spaghetti noodles, but you're going to save the broth that comes off of it. So put another pot below the strainer and keep your broth. We're going to be using this to add liquid back to the chicken spaghetti recipe. It's got all your flavoring in, your salt and all that in it. So you're not going to have to resalt it or lose any flavor. We're going to also drain 2 cans of Rotel tomatoes because some Rotels are hotter than others. We don't want to overpower it by making it too hot and ruining it. We're going to be using 10 to 12 ounces of cheese. I'm doing a mixture of Swiss, American, and mozzarella. You'll cube this up and add it back to the pot with the macaroni, and you'll also add your Rotel tomatoes to it. At this time, you're going to also add 1 cup of the stock that you poured off of it, 1 cup of milk, and a tablespoon of butter. Return it to low heat and take a spoon and stir it until you get the cheese melted. Once you get the cheese melted, you're going to add 1/3 of a cup of roasted bell peppers chopped up. After you add the bell peppers and stir that up, you're going to cube your chicken up and add it back. You may need to add more broth back to it. It does need to look like it has a little bit of liquid around the edge. Because the noodles are going to keep drawing up the liquid, you will need to make it a little juicy so it has some liquid to draw up so your spaghetti is not too dry. This recipe is a great one to freeze. It holds up well. It lasts well in the freezer. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And if you have any suggestions for anything you would like us to show you how to cook or pressure can, do so, and we'll do our best to help you out. This is the Pressured Prepper, and I'm out.